welcome back. And we are getting on into BitBurner version 3. I have decided to start back over. Multiple reasons. One, looking at my code was just terrible. And trying to remember exactly what was being done. And I didn't comment on things. Some of the names sucked. While doable, I thought it would be neat to just start over. I want to do a little better with naming of things, adding more comments and things like that, which kind of made it a little more unbearable to read my old code. In addition to that, what I'm also going to do is, since I am kind of starting over, kind of go into hard mode, basically. I want to do nothing from the UI. I want to be able to ensure everything has to be done. Okay, I'm not going to do the tutorial. I don't want to do that. I don't think I could do the theme from this. Screw it. I'm going to do the theme though. Theme, I want that one. I like that one. Okay, so basically I want to not use the active scripts. I want to can't use hacknet, right? Because that would be something I can do the scripts with. City, at the moment, I cannot use code to like go to the gym, go to the slums. But at the same time, I don't have to need to use that in the beginning for this. So I'm going to not use those as well. Same thing with the university. In here, these can be purchased with a script. So I cannot use this. This Tor, I can't remember if you can or cannot. I don't think I can buy it yet. I don't think I can. But I can use the terminal to do it, I believe. So I will not be using that here. So I can use the terminal, so I can't use that. I don't know if I can upgrade as a terminal on these. I'll have to research on that one, but I'll try not to touch those until absolutely necessary. Let's do a little check on that. Travel cannot be done yet, but I don't think I need to travel. I think we'll be good there. Creating a program, I think you can do that with code. BitBurner, create program script, right? So I'm just doing a quick Google search on creating a program. But that being said, I can also buy them from the dark web, which is more likely what I'll be doing. Quick Google search didn't show up anything, so we'll just hold off on that. Darknet, I can buy from the darknet, so maybe I'll just not buy them there as well. Cool. So that's the goal, hard mode. So what I'm envisioning is that it's a game that kind of plays itself, right? So I'm going to do all the coding so that way it does everything. I don't have to use the UI at all. Ideally, what I'd like to do is when I start, type in go, and it just goes, right? And does all the things. So that's what I want to set up. So with that, the other thing is everything I'm going to make sure is in the scripts folder. So nano scripts, start.js. Cool. There, we got our start, and I'm going to alias it. alias. Doesn't look right, but I think that is right. So when I type in go, it's going to run scripts start.js. Yeah, it is IA. Cool. So now I can hit go. Ta-da! It started. And then it doesn't do anything, so it's done. So hit PS, right? Nothing running. So it died. Can I do tail 1? No scripts. It's running. Okay. Is there a way for me to look at the logs for something that has died? I don't think so. Well, oh well. I want to not use the active scripts. Okay, so nano scripts start. All right. So what I'd like to use is this start script to be something that I want to say coordinates, but it basically does the handoff, right? So I want this to be the thing that hits when you start. If you know more about what's coming, you'll be able to automate more things. And, you know, some of the things I mentioned earlier that I can't automate yet, that comes later. So what I want to do is just this, right? So the singularity is something that comes later. Is focused. So what I'm doing right now is if you're not far enough along in the game to where you can automate everything, this will throw an exception because you can't use it yet because you're not far enough along in the game. So what I'm doing is I'm saying, hey, if it throws an exception, I'm going to catch that exception knowing that this is not available for me. So I'm going to instead spawn a new scripts. This is going to be start basic. So I just made basically a check that I can't use it, so I want to go to a different file than this one, which is going to be scripts startup.js or brains, or we'll just call it startup. No, call it start singularity because we know. So startup basic, no singularity, start, we have singularity. This one isn't going to matter, but what I'll do is I'll create this one first. We will come in here, nano, we'll just say s.alert. Oh, we don't have the singularity yet. To do scripts singularity, so that way when I do this later, because I have forgotten that I've done this, it will be there. All right, and we've got this startup for when I have the singularity. Totally did that wrong. Singularity. There we go. More things. More things. Sweet. Cool. Get the start. We gotta start on the basic. So nano. Start basic. All right. What am I gonna do in the basic? So first things off is I'm not making any money yet. So let's do this. Run. Call this scripts. Let's call it basic hack. Just to get me something that's running. Singularity, we got the start. Actually, I'm gonna do this as well. Stuck kill all. Kill everything. We'll come in here. Don't have this. It'll throw an exception. We'll run this. Spawn will close this out. Oh, and it starts 10 seconds later. So I need to do spawn options, spawn delay. I want to start immediately, no delay. And we'll do the same thing over here as well. Cool. So start basic. It's going to start my basic hack. And then we'll start, as I said, I promised, we're going to do the batch because that was where I left off the last time. Scripts. So batch hack target. We do a single target JS. Threads. I don't need threads, just one thread, whatever. But I do need args, and I need a target. Noodles. Do I need anything else? No. That's good enough. Batch hack target noodles. Okay, cool. Eventually we'll have a hack manager and all that, but I need to at least start making some money and all that. So, not basic hack. I want this in scripts. Hacking, hack. The hack manager will also go in there as well. This will have the weaken and the grow and those kind of stuff. Okay, cool. Come in there. Terminal. Ooh, that had a hotkey on it. I just saw it. Command B. Yeah. Nano. Okay. Yeah. All right. Means I don't have to use terminal and things to the right. Switch. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. So in here, what am I at? Hat basic. This is a single. This does the basic hacking. Noodles for right now. All right, so while true, we're going to let's target equals noodles. Change it later. Don't have a magic string. So if the target way off, weaken. I don't want to weaken it. I want to get the security. So security. Is that the right thing? At the security level. Cool. Of the target. And if its security is greater than the minimum, it's a minimum security level. All right, so then that. Right, so we got our security. the security level is greater than the minimum. So we want to weaken it. So we can target any optionals, delays, or anything like that. No. Cool. We need to await that. Else, right? We've got else if we need to check the money, NS money. The money available is less than the target. Come on, Cody. Target. NS get money. Server max. Target. Wait, NS grow. Target. Else. We hack. Wait. NS hack. Target. Cool. Yep, that'll do. So Command B, go. Cannot grow because you don't have root access. Well, cool. Nano scripts hack. We got basic. All right, NS admin, not backdoor. Wrap. What is it? Crack. Nuke. Oh, nuke. Target. See, if I did the tutorial, I would have remembered that earlier. Go. Aha. So tail 5. Not running. Oh, because then it PS. Tail 7. Cool. Gotta make sure not to click the square because that would be using the UI. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wish the tail would have put. Can I put? Can I get the tail to args displays? I wonder if. I wish that would come to the command line. That way the little pop-up doesn't show up. But what args would you pass to tail? Yeah, whatever. Cool. Clear that. Scripts hack. Batch hack. Target. I believe that's what we were calling it. Batch hack target. Batch hack target. Okay, cool. So noodles, it comes with a target. So let's target equal ns.args. Coming up here. Example Basic sky. Boom. So example of it. This does the batch hacking for a target. Does hack. We can grow. We can. Okay. So that's cool there. Much better usage there. I want to do a. Oh, let's see. I want to do the little help, right? So I want to be able to run this. Well, let's do minus flags. Parse command line flags. Right, so if flags dot hold on. It's a method. Script args. Schema strings. I don't actually know how to use this. It's a function. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to look at how to do that because I don't remember. So what I wanted to do was if you did these right flags to this, it would be able to give a little thing saying, hey, you know, the first argument needs to be, you know, the target and whatever, all that, right? So if args let's do 0 equals undefined or see, this is where my lack of JavaScript comes in handy, or not in handy, but terrible. I at least remember undefined, but I don't know triple equals as well. But I can't remember if having yeah, whatever. Dot. Or, yeah. Need to have one arg. That is the target server. So later, when I forget, I got something there. Cool. So we want to batch just to show the way that batching works. We've got basically this is my timeline, right? And this is the hack. And basically what we're wanting is to come up here. We've got another weekend. This would be a grow. This will be a weekend. And right, weekend takes a little while. Hack is the shortest. Then grow. Right, and so if we were to start them all at the same time, you would end up with basically these kind of showing up in this way, but that's not what we want. We want them actually going in this particular order, right? But what we need is the hack to go first, then the weekend, then the grow, the weekend. And so since this weekend is the long one, what's easier is if we just move this up here, right? And then we want this grow to be there, and then that weekend right there. Now, the problem with this is you've got all these different start times, right? So what we do is if we pad it with a delay up here at the beginning, so we've got this extra little padding here, that will get us what we want. So that way we end up at roughly the same spot. Right. So yeah, you get the point, right? So this is the total time right here. This is how much time it actually took. And then here's the delay that we have to add to get the total time. Right, so it'll make sense as I do this a little further. So with that, we need to figure out the timing of all these. So let's get the base hack time, and that's going to equal ns.hack get hack time. The target, the grow, and the weekend. Grow, weekend, grow, weekend. Cool. So now we've got the initial times on all those. So then we want to actually do our total time, right? So let total hack time is now going to be so we want it to start or to finish one step below the weekend. So I want the base weekend time minus some sort of offset, right? So we're going to call this the batch offset. So we use const batch offset time, and we'll make that 100 milliseconds. Nope, I don't need the whole thing. Cool. So since this is the longest time that doesn't have any delays associated to it, right? Because this one had a little delay. That means I want this hack to finish its total time just one step behind the weekend. So I got the weekend time, and my offset will get me one batch below. Cool. Now, this 100 is probably going to be fine when, you know, if we saw earlier when I had the tail, it was like at 2 minutes, right? So 100 milliseconds would be fine. But if I get super fast, it'll probably still work. We'll find out. But at 2 minutes, this is 100 milliseconds. It's no biggie. So that's the total. We need the total. So I've got 2 weekends. So this time we're going to call it the total hack weekend time. And that's just going to be the base weekend time. And then the total row time is going to be the total hack weekend plus, this time we want one more step. So that's going to have to be the batch offset. And then the last total grow weekend time is now going to be that total growth. Oh, I did hack. That's not cool. That one, this one, there, yes. Plus the batch offset, right? So we've got the total growth time, which is here, that whole bit. We want to add one more step. So that's going to be another batch. Cool. So now I've got total times. I've got this time, which means I can now calculate this time. All right, so let the hack offset. No, I want delay. Hack delay time equals the total hack time minus the base hack time, right? So I've got the total minus the base leaves me with the delay. So row delay time is going to be the row total row time minus the base row time. I should get this in the same order. So let the hack weekend delay time equals this one is no delay, so we can just do 0. Actually, let's just keep with it. We've got the total in case time changes, right? So we want the total hack weekend minus the base weekend, cool, which will be 0, right? Because they're the same time there. But if for some reason something changes, it's there, and we can make it change easily. So total row delay. I now need total. No, not total. Whoa. I need row weekend delay. There it is. Delay time. That's the total row weekend time minus the base weekend time. Cool. Now, one of the other things is if I wanted to do NS hack, right, and do our target and then add our delay time, additional milliseconds, that would be the hack delay time. Right, so the problem with this is I have to await this, and that means the weekend won't run until after this hack is done, which is not what we want. We want to actually start all 4 of them at the same time, which means I cannot do this that way. I have to do it the other way, which is going to be the run, right? So that way it comes into a new thing. So we'll go scripts, hack. Oh, naming things are hard. Timed hack target, timed hack. Just call it timed hack. Yeah, but I called the other one basic hack, and it does all 3. Timed hack. Yeah, we'll just call it timed hack. That's fine, whatever. It's going to need the amount of threads, which right now we'll just say is 1. We do need to actually set how many threads it needs to be. Then run options. What other run options do I need? I need a target. And then I need the delay, right? So the hack delay time. So let's take this, copy that, Command B, nano, come in here, batch hack target, take this guy. Come on here. Boom. All right, so let's delay time equal NS args 1. Let's target. Let's see, this is where I need better things. All right, so this does a hack against target args 0 using a delay of args 1. So then at example, get example, we want this one, and then go threads. Doodles, hack time delay. Just leave it at that. That way it becomes, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yes, I need to change that because that'd be too generic. Copy all this. Oh no, I don't need that yet. All right, so we got timed. We can grow. We can, heck, we can grow. Cool. Very basic here. Now, this will run one time, as it is right now, doing a batch. This would be easy if I did active scripts, then I could show you that it's running. But I don't want to do that. Right, so what I will do though is I need to create these. We can nano take our time hack, copy that, bring that over, paste it there. We can and timed weaken and weaken and weaken. Ta-da. Then I need this one. Command B, nano. Yeah, I'm getting faster at that. Boom. Boom. Grow. 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 You get to grow, and you get to grow. And you can grow. Cool. Grow, 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 grow. Sweet. I can target. Stay on target. Let's do const min red count is 1. Actually, let's just let hex reds count equals the min. Let heck red count equals that. Let the growth red count equal that. Oh, grow weaken thread count equals that. All right, so this is a lot of build up. So what I'm actually going to do is now break this. Well, let's actually make see if this works. It should work, but we should make C, make sure. Should see. All right. How do we want to do that? If I can't use the active scripts, well, I can come here, kill all, run scripts, hack, batch, noodles, PS. Next time weekend, I am missing a weekend. You can see the delay there. Heck, batch. Ready? Let's do this. NS tail. Log? Thought it was tail. You can do my toast. That's the thing. It comes up at the bottom. No, the bottom right. This is the green thingy. Tail. Read. File name. Yes, give me the things, the prompts. It's supposed to something that opens up the. Oh, is it under UI now? Open tail. Ha ha ha. File name or current. Okay, cool. Oh, it didn't have the ROM. Oh, joy. Does hack take less RAM? What? I think it's 10. I thought the other one was 10 as well. Oh, it's 15. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Cool. That's probably because of the other guy that's running. Yes. I got nothing. I need money. Well, this worked at least. So cool. All right, just to show how this works, right? So well, true. Come down here. Make it beautiful. There we go. Okay, so that's cool and all, but really what we need is let that's the PID for that guy, which is not going to work because there's not enough RAM. So what would have done was another while ns PID to no is running. There it is. PID while it's running in a sleepy time. Sleep for I don't know, half a second. So 500 milliseconds. And it is disable log. I don't need sleep. So what would have happened if this thread would work and then it wouldn't do the things, but let's also do typically PID is 0 if it didn't run, right? Cause an error. Otherwise return 0, yeah. So PID we can PID grow PID and grow we can PID. So if the hack PID equals 0 or the hack we can PID equals 0 or the hack of the grow. The grow, come on, grow. Equals 0. Or if the grow weaken PID equals 0. Let's do failed to start the individual batch file. Heck, we can grow. And if I broke them up individually, I can then know which one. But in either case, due to RAM, because I can't think of any other reason why they wouldn't. Due to RAM or maybe to whatever. So now that almost sucked. So the reason I noticed that, if you go back to that, was because of the little red box. That's how I noticed. So ready. Boom. It's not defined. Oh. 52. It's going to be this one. And actually, since we know do this one too, why don't we just do them all since we're there? And then I'm going to do them in order. Actually, yes. So let's exit. And then we can go back to just the one. So if any of them fail to start, we're just going to exit. Otherwise, this is going to be the one that's the longest, so it makes sense to just wait on that one. This way, because if I did it the other way, we would just keep getting the alert over and over and over and over and over again, and I don't want that. Cool. So this is the batch. It would work if we had it. Things that we need to do is the thread count, and then just the thread count, I think, and then I'll have to figure out how to have it pick a target and all that too, but that's not going to be this. That's going to be running over and over and over and over again. Okay. Since we're here, I don't want to edit here. I need to extract some methods. Let's call this right click, go to definition, go to symbol, change occurrences, format selection. It's not there. So I was looking for was to extract method, but doesn't have it. So we'll just create it ourselves. So function get thread counts. We need NS, we need the target. That's all I can think of at the moment. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to return this as a JSON JavaScript object notation. Well, I guess it's technically not JSON in that regard, but nope. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Cool. So now I can do thread counts. Let thread counts get thread counts ns target here. And this you were supposed to be outside. Perimeter. Is that how it does it? Don't use JavaScript enough. Simple. Get thread counts. NS. Doodles. Cool. And then I think there's a at returns. Wait, I think didn't one of these have a at remarks? At example. At returns. Haha, okay. At returns. I wish I knew how to do this. I wish I knew how to make good objects. I'll have to research that, how to do that too. All right. Turns the calculated thread counts needed to maximize the amount of RAM available versus the money available on target server. Right. Kaboom. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Whoop, not that. Down here. The same thing, but I want to turns the calculated delay for each batched hack we can grow. We can get delay delay. Yeah, okay, so that got moved down. Thread counts becomes that. Just copy that. Bam, bam, bam. And then same things on these. Kaboom. Here. And then we're just going to return these guys. Come back here, do it this way. Because now with it like that, just do it like this. So now I can compare. Delay. Yeah. It is. Target. Delay. Delay. Dot. Oh, because I did the kill all earlier. That's why. Sorry, it just dawned on me that I was like, that wasn't running. Get thread counts is not defined. You guys are probably all screaming at me. Because this didn't. There it is. Going too fast. Go. Cool. Go. Yep. Batch, we knew it wouldn't work. Cool. I think that'll work for now. Call it good. I believe. Anything else? Anything else? I still need to do the threads. Target will have to come from somewhere else. Calculate the delay. Get the thread count, which happens to be just 1. Actually, because this is noodles, I can probably crank it up to. Well, I can't crank it up to anything because I don't have RAM. For that, I need money. I would have lots of money if I could go to the gym and then go to the slums. Do I want to do that? Just to get things going. Because otherwise we're going to be here a long time just waiting for this. And I do want to be able to. All right, so we're going to do that. Well, do I really want to? Torn, I want to. The reason I want to is to get this going faster. I'm going to have to do some manual stuff anyways, because I can't do factions. So this is a self-imposed hard mode. but I can. Yeah, we'll do it because I'm not gaining anything. I'm still gonna have to do all the things. Yeah, we'll do it. All right, we'll get this up. This will then start giving me money so I can then have the RAM so we can then start. Then I will pick back up with setting up threads and then I have to do targets. What I do is I will not work on the hacking. Or will I? No, I won't. Just working out. Working on my fitness. He's my witness. Okay. So yeah, we'll get this going and then call that good. I will upload what we have into GitLab. Also need to add a link into the description. So while we're here, download script star. We're gonna call this v3.0 score live _1. Save. Okay, so we got that. I'll get that up to GitLab. Not GitLab, GitHub. Yeah. Focus. Defense sucks. Dexterity. And yeah, call that good for now. Cool. So when I come back, I will have money. I will then buy RAM and keep going. All right. Thank you guys. Take care.